best. Here in every corner I get the chai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do you get the chai, the masala chai, like the milk chai?
Yes, yes, a chai latte it's called in Germany.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But regularly the tea will be like the dip
Yes,
tea.
yes, yes, in the water. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's only the fancy thing, kind of. Yeah.
But actually, there is a slight story. So even though it's Indians think and everybody thinks that chai is like a Indian
Yeah.
origin, but it's actually not. In fact, in India, nobody used to have tea at all.
Yeah.
Like tea is primarily from China,
Wow.
and that plant, the tea plant, only was grown in China. And in fact, there's like a full, story behind how it came to India.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
And it has a lot to do with actually again the East India Company,
Yeah.
the trading that used to happen. So they wanted to kind of figure out. So China and Britishers used to do a lot of trading.
Yeah.
Right. Like, so earlier they used to do this opium.
Yes. Yes.
Opium,
Yes.
So they used to
Oh,
they used to send opium to China, and China they used to buy this tea. But they realized that it's becoming too much of a dependency.
Yeah. I see.
Like because in between the China government said that we don't want opiums because opium is like not good for health. So then Britishers got little, okay, we have to de-risk this.
Yeah.
So then they said, okay, they sent like a spy. They sent a spy who went and blended with the China peasants and like the farmers.
Yeah.
And then he tried to learn about that tea plant and learn about how they grow it, harvest it, all of that. So many years he stayed in China, then he came back. Then he experimented with some areas in like northeastern Assam and all of those places.
Yeah.
And then he introduced the milk in a tea.
Yeah.
And at that time nobody in India used to have tea. And it was so strange that nobody used to believe that tea is even good.
Yeah.
In the sense, like only the kings and these people will have the tea, but it was not a market.
Yeah.
So then Britishers and the government then like literally ran marketing campaigns. When the railways was introduced, then they put like one tea person in each station. And then they literally went to the house and then they sold.
They tried hard.
Because they used to think that it's like a propaganda. So they used to think that it's poisonous. So people used to not believe it.
I see.
But after like 10 to 20 years of like pushing tea through marketing, today it feels like tea is...
Yeah, now it's deep inside.
Yeah. Nowadays, like especially in northern side of the country, in the house, there is a tea pot all the time.
Yes.
Like
constantly.
Yeah, constantly. Like at least 3 to 4 times there is tea getting made and...
Yeah, and every guest is coming. Oh yeah, you want some chai?
Yeah. That's like... Yeah, so it's so strange to think that in India at one point there was no tea.
But the chai thing is the same in Turkey, for example. There's always... it's the water one, so it's not with milk. But it's always ready and you drink it the whole day. And it's like black tea, so for most of the people who are not used to it, it's like caffeine and you can't drink it in the evening because then you are not able to sleep.
Yeah. You want to take it?
No, it's okay. It's just a friend. I called him.
Okay.
And but
nice. Cool. So we will start. So generally I start the conversations. In fact, generally even outside of recording also, I start my conversations by first asking the meaning of the name. So
there's no meaning.
But I don't believe that.
Maybe there's a meaning, but I don't know. It's just like a common German name.
So it's Karl. What's the second name?
I get Karl, and then with the line, Leon.
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 Okay.
Yes.
So Karl, we think there's no meaning.
No.
Okay, I will check later and put it in comments. But I'm pretty, because I believe that.
Yeah, of course. Maybe there's a story behind it, but I don't know.
Okay,
For me, it's just car.
Leon Leon any meaning?
I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe from like lion or something like this, but I really.
Do you have like a German surname also, like more complicated term or something?
No. No, it's like my last name.
Yeah.
It's like a French.
What is it?
Drenguis.
Drenguis?
Yeah, but if you speak like in French, then it would be like Drengui.
Drengui, yeah.
Yeah, but in our family there's no French history, so...
They just probably felt it cool.
Yes. We found it on the street. Oh yeah, I want to be this.
Yeah, but do you know what Drengui means?
No.
I'm learning French, I should know, but I don't know. Drengui.
I'm not sure if there's a meaning.
Okay.
Like a word. I mean, maybe there's a meaning behind this name.
Yeah.
But I know it's coming from the Britannia, I think.
Britannia?
Yes.
Britannia, the brand?
No, like a state in France.
Okay.
Yes, like the location.
Okay.
But yeah, I really don't know what is the meaning behind it.
Got it. Cool. So the conversation is going to have like few sections.
Yeah.
And each section is going to be a simple question about what is your relationship with. Okay. The first section is going to be what is your relationship with things that you take in. Right. So like which food, is basic like food, nutrition, knowledge, anything else that comes to your mind. So that's your first segment, which is like what, and when I'm saying what's your relationship with, I don't mean like your favorite food.
Yes,
right?
Yes, like, of course.
Yeah, right. So what's your relationship with food? We'll start with that, and then we'll go to what's your relationship with knowledge.
Yes. So,
but also just so also maybe try to tell me your relationship with food, how it was. Like if you can remember as back in the childhood as you can remember, and how it has evolved to today.
Yes. So I think for me, eating or food in general started to be complicated for me.
Okay.
So I was a very, very picky eater as a child. Very picky eater. So in a restaurant, normally my parents ordered for me like plain pasta, and it was not allowed to have herbs on it.
Okay.
It was not allowed, then I wouldn't eat it.
Okay.
So it was very difficult for my parents.
Okay.
And then it started to getting better and better. And now my relationship is more like I really enjoy food. So if somebody prepares for me, I really love to eat it. I can eat a lot of food because of cycling, like a thali and then like 15 chapatis.
Okay.
And the people who are...
Have you ordered 15 chapatis? Yes. Did people give a reaction to that?
Then you have to know that it's like on a trucker stop. There's most of the time you can order unlimited.
Okay.
And I mean, the most of the thali you got is unlimited.
Yeah,
so you can order the sabji as much as you want and the chapati as much as you want.
Yeah.
And
you're talking about dhabas, right? Dhabas, the stops that on the highway.
Yes. Like I call them truck stops.
Yeah. They're called dhabas.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's always fun to see, like after 6, 7, they're always like, so do you want more? And I'm like, yeah, of course. At one time, one restaurant or hotel, you call them hotels here. I was like, I think I was like at 15, and then the guy he looked like a little bit sad and upset, and I was like, okay, I will stop now because.
Yeah. I mean, in general. So if you go to cities, it will never be unlimited.
Yes.
If you go to little more of a tier 2, 3 side.
But it's crazy for like 100 rupees.
Yeah.
Just unlimited chapati.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I was impressed. So. I really enjoy food, but if I have to prepare it for myself, I don't care what I eat, so I can eat like porridge 3-4 months in a row. No, I don't care. So it's more like fueling, and So
do you associate food more with fueling, like more like transactional?
Yes. If I can decide, I would say I don't have to eat. So if I want to eat, I can eat and enjoy something delicious, but I don't have to. Because while I study or working, it's always like I'm working the whole day and forget to eat, and then I went to sport, to my practice, and then I'm like, oh fuck, I have to get some energy, otherwise it will not work. So it's always hard for me.
Got it. So it's essentially, if I had to say, it's less emotional, more transactional.
Yes.
Your relationship, and it has always been so from the beginning, or was there any point in your growing up where you
maybe because of that I'm a picky eater. Now it's become deep. That is for me always like a challenge and kind of stressful to eat, because my parents try to force me to eat something, so I get
vegetables.
Yes, I get used to them. So for example, I was told I have to be at the table for like as long as I don't
finish the food.
Don't finish the food, and something like this. Maybe that's the reason. It's more like and not a good emotional relationship with food.
And you said that your home mostly your father cooks.
Yes.
And what was also actually quite interesting to hear was how, and then because I believe then for entire family in a way food is a little bit more transactional.
Yes.
Because what was because when you said that, hey, you guys turned vegan or like vegetarian at least because of your sister adapting to veganism, and the entire family was able to like switch over and enjoy veganism or vegetarianism easily. That was quite I would say unique. Because especially one is one person in the family is doing it. Second, the whole family being able to adopt it so easily.
Yes.
It seems.
I got it. I would say I have to give the odds for my dad, because he used to cook and he was just interested in try to the vegan thing. And I mean, they still eating meat some days, but only in several events. On his birthday, he will buy some steaks and cook steaks for his whole family. I mean, his brothers and sisters, not for the vegan part, obviously. But I mean, he even adapted. He's like working, like volunteering in the Red Cross. Yes, and some days they are cooking for an event or something to gain some money. And even there, he is promoting the vegan things. So it's a good thing. I really like it.
Nice.
He's really into it.
Nice. Cool. I'm just thinking if anything else I want to ask before I move to knowledge. Would you say that if you had to imagine like the most sorted process or mechanism in future, like if you had to imagine in future that what would be my ideal food connection or a food process, in the sense like I'm just throwing, I don't want to bias too much, but in the sense like for example hey, I would imagine that all my food comes from my backyard or a farm.
Yes, of course.
And
that's the thing.
Like there is a weekly thing which at least has some calculation of what is macros, and then something like that.
No, look, if I have to imagine, I want to be in the kitchen and like, okay, what am I gonna eat? Then I will have a quick view out of the window in my garden and see, I see some potatoes there, there's some carrots, here's some herbs, okay, I will do something with that. Then go out with a big basket, collect it, go back inside, and that's what I wanted to do.
Nice.
That's my dream.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're anyway planning to build a farm, so I'm imagining that will be
that will be awesome. And I mean, I really got the imagination of like there are 2 weeks in the year for like only potatoes, for example, and then you do everything with potatoes and try to store them. Maybe do pickled potatoes. I don't know if this is a thing, but
you might try a potato steak.
Yeah, maybe for example, potatoes.
Trust me, that will come out better than a watermelon steak.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, just spend like 2 weeks with the tons of potatoes. Try to store them for the rest of the year, and it's for me it's a good imagination. Or for example, with apples, there's a time in the year when apples are finished, and you do like apple juice and apple jam and everything with apple.
I have a feeling that you might also experiment. So that from potato and a lot of these things you can also make plastics, like bioplastics.
Okay, yeah.
So a lot of people are like starting to make their bioplastics at home. Because it needs some kind of polymer. So polythene is essentially like a polymer. So you need to figure out like a good monomer that you can gel with to create a polymer. So if you're growing like potatoes, then I'm sure outside of and these are like polythenes that you can eventually even eat. It's like that.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
You would have the edible spoons or all those things. Might have heard.
Got it.
So it's like bio.
Yeah, probably something like this, because I want to connect my farm with the science. So if there's some social science, I want to try something with a small society. Hey, they can come to me and like with biogas or something like this. I don't know.
Yeah.
To be
nice. Cool. Let's come to knowledge. Okay, so. What is your relationship with what was your relationship with knowledge when as far back as you can remember?
I was always very, very interested in everything.
Like in the school, were you like, what kind of student were you?
In the beginning, I was always, in my first 4 years, I think I was just a normal kid, like in the middle. Then I moved on, and I was very interested in trying to, just curious and trying to perform and do my best. But then I got a little bit bored in school, and then my grades getting a little bit worse. And
did you get a lot of pressure to score high?
Yes.
From your parents?
Yes.
Is it a common thing in Germany?
Yeah, I think so. But especially for me, it was always was not that easy, because my dad always wanted for me to be the best, kind of. And it was not easy all the time. But after my first my 10th grade, I was like, okay.
So when I say a lot of pressure from your parents, to a let me just clarify to what extent I would call it a pressure, right? Like for example, in India, generally speaking, right, there will always be exceptions, but generally speaking, there will be a lot of pressure on the kids from their parents to score high. To an extent that they would, start making their lives fairly difficult. In the sense, like there will be X number of tuitions for every subject.
No.
They would be like, they would start, cutting down on playing hours.
That's happened to me. Like I was into gaming some days, and my dad used to cut it off. But I would say it was more like a passive pressure, so like more emotional.
What would they say? Like how would they emotionally?
Like for example, I come back with the exam with a grade on it, and then I always got to hear like, okay, why are you not better than that? And I for me it was like a good performance. But and of course always it can be better than that. It was more like emotional pressure. Then like you have to do this, you have to do this.
And was there like, also I'm curious about this. So were there any specific like subjects that you would get more pressure about versus others? Like for example, is it common in Germany to have like higher focus on science and maths and technology, that kind of subjects, versus let's say arts and political science?
Yes. I would say so, yeah. I would say so.
Yeah. Yeah, because in India it's quite common to, for almost all parents to sort of push their children to do engineering or medical.
Yeah.
So like engineering and medical are like,
the best things.
The best things, or like things which will get you comfortable life.
Yeah.
Right, like that's the perception.
Yes.
So parents are just looking after their kids from that way, but yeah. So is it like similar like that?
No. I would say of course there's some parents, but for me it never felt like that my parents want to push me in some directions. So I never felt that.
Or let me put it like this, right? Like for example, your sister is trying to do the language course.
Okay,
right?
yes. Okay, maybe there's some.
Did she face like resistance?
Yes. Yeah, it was. It's always like my parents always used to ask, okay, and what do you want to do with it after your studies? Or for example, I mean, I really like my parents. And at the beginning, they are always like, okay, what do you want to do? What is your perspective in life with that kind of studies?
Yeah.
But then after some pressure and some resistance, they're like, okay, if you want to do that, do it. So first there's some pressure, some resistance that you really have to think about it. And after a couple of weeks, month, I don't know, there's some exception and just saying, okay, we will support you. For example, my next older sister, I got 3 sisters in general. My next older sister, after school, she wanted to do a year abroad in Italy to just work there as a volunteer. And at first my parents was strictly against it because she had to start her studies and do something real in her life.
Yeah.
But then after my parents realized my sister really wants to do it, they were really supportive and tried to do everything to make it happen. So
nice.
Yes. And for me, after my 10th grade, I was like, okay, I don't want to go to school anymore. It was
Is it?
Yeah, it was like so boring for me. I didn't see the purpose.
Okay.
And then my dad said to me, okay, maybe you should do some mechanical stuff, because he was just orientating me on his own life. So he also did like apprenticeship as a mechanic, and after that he started his studies. So I did the same, and for me it fits very well. So after my apprenticeship, or in my apprenticeship, I realized, okay, I want to learn more. I need to learn more because the people I asked couldn't answer my questions about machines, the world kind of. And then I decided, okay, I want to study mechanical engineering. And I just wanted to study because I want to know my world, my surroundings. I want to that I understand everything around me. That was always my purpose.
And you thought that mechanical engineering is more real or like more relatable kind of a topic where you can relate and with the nature, how the load balancing.
Yes. And for example, mechanical engineering especially is like not that specific. That's for me it's a very good
thing. Which topic of mechanical engineering do you like still recall, or like was your
I cannot say one topic,
but something that like really you looked forward for. It's like
look it's always like this. I'm just walking over a bridge and then I'm seeing the construction and thinking, okay man, okay, here's this pressure, here's this kind of pressure, this element, you could remove it, it's just for design there and something like this, because I got the understanding, or I want to cook something and there's some thermodynamics is happening in my head because something is happening there, or it's a mixture of everything.
But for example, like did you find engineering drawing? Did you have engineering drawing?
Yes.
Like, so most people don't like that
of course.
at all.
Yes.
But there are some people who will really like that topic. Like, how do you draw in 3D, different perspectives? So not engineering design. Okay, then force balancing and equilibriums. Okay.
Yeah. So and of course there are always like subjects you don't like. But yeah, for me it was always like, okay, I'm happy to understand more. And I really enjoyed it. I really enjoy math as well. So as a tool for physics, I really like it. Yeah. And then in my studies, I think in the 4th semester or the 5th semester, I just discovered programming. And then I was like, oh man, that's really, really nice. I like this. And then
Why do you like programming? I'm curious actually.
Why?
Yeah.
Because for me, computers and something and programs was always like a mysterium. It's like electronics. It's like dark. Dark magic. And programming, it was always like, oh man, you sit on your laptop and you're hacking and you're like a hacker and I had no clue about it. Really no clue. And then in my 2nd semester, I learned about MATLAB. And just the basics, just really the basics. And it was interesting to get the first simulations running and then get to calculate something at the end. And was like, oh man, that's fun.
Yeah. So do you think like the part of programming that's so fascinating is probably the fact that you can create something out of nothing?
Yes, exactly.
And it's probably one of the out of everything else, it's probably one of the
it's so powerful
way for us to create something out of nothing.
Yes.
Because let's say if, you had to create something out of wood, then you need a lot more things, versus let's say if you had to
I mean that's a very privileged point of view, I would say, from your side.
Yeah.
But I get your point. If you got a laptop is it's a lot. But then it's so easy, even to create your first website.
Yeah.
It's just like 10 lines of code, and you got a really, really basic plain website running.
Yeah, and also because, for example, see what I also mean is, I agree that firstly having a laptop is not a privilege for a lot of people. But what I mean is, for example, given programming is so atomic in its nature, that the what you can create out of it, at least it's the variety of things that you can create out of it, at least in our mind, seems like a lot.
Yes, that's true.
Giving the same example, out of that piece of wood, now it would feel like, okay, from this wood, what's the maximum you can build? Right?
Yes, okay, yeah, got
you know, like a best tool maybe, right?
Yes.
But there is a unidirection to that to some extent, versus a piece of code, it's like, you literally just need one Python.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Is that,
Yeah, okay, now, I got it. I got what you mean.
Maybe, right? I mean, I don't know. It could be just a hypothesis. That why computer science becomes like a fascination if you just get into it, because it leads you to get to creation faster, or opens the possibility of creation. Because my general one line that I generally say is creation begets happiness. So I feel that a creation always leads to happiness.
Of course, if you build something and you see what you built, it's always like, oh man, even success.
Yeah, like as a human emotion, I think creation and happiness are like
everybody needs that.
Yeah, like for example, creating a human life, right? Like people feel so happy because they created a human life.
Yes, that's true.
So
it sounds a little bit unhealthy.
Yeah.
But yes, I get your point. I think it's true.
Yeah, like every time we create, we feel some happiness.
Yes, I'm a big homer and I can create.
I
can create other humans.
Like I mean, I'm still not associating it with power.
Yes, but I got your point.
It's probably it is. Maybe
it is. I think it's really.
Yeah, like maybe it's associated with the power.
I think most of people just like love to look in the mirror and see themselves. I mean, it's kind of healthy.
Yeah.
In a small way maybe.
Yeah.
But then I think people are so more happy if they can create a human.
Yeah.
Yes.
So okay.
But
so
then I got into programming and learned about Python. My first module, and it was like we programmed a AI agent with reinforced learning that could learn. Do you know the game Towers of Hanoi?
Yeah.
Yes, and we created like an agent who learned this.
Yeah.
And it was like a competition who built the best code and the best thing for it, and it was so much fun to create something like this. And then in the same module we played with like Arduino as well.
Yeah, but what was the AI agent part of it? So Towers of Hanoi is like, I think, one of the most common exercise that people.
Yes. So first you have to program the game itself,
like
with the rules. But then you're creating an AI agent with some rewards, and reinforced learning behind it, that the agent learn to play the game as efficient as possible. So you have to learn about when to give like 10 points to the agent, you did something good, when to give minus points, when 0 points, and then you have to just play with the parameters at this point. And
because why I'm thinking about it is because what is like really critical in creating such reinforcement based agents and modules is deciding, like you said, rewarding system.
Yes, rewarding
but
system.
What do you want to reward and what do you want to punish?
Yes,
becomes very critical.
Yes.
Because what you can't do is like you cannot reward it for something very specific.
Then it will not learn.
Because then it will not be very organic and authentic. At the same time, so you have to think of that, that thing that is like at the right balance of specific and abstract. That hey, reward it for doing this, which will lead to this behavior. And
you have to be really, really careful, as you're saying. If you reward too much, then it will learn so stupid things. It will be just stupid. And it's so fun. It's it's maybe like if you're playing with a child or something. It's so much fun.
I've in fact seen some work. I was also working on something like that, where you're teaching like a stick figure to walk. A stick figure who is so like who doesn't know anything.
There's so much fun videos on YouTube.
So there you have to like just so there when you give the objective function of what you will reward, your rewards have to be like that minus if it falls, plus if it doesn't fall. Right. But you cannot say plus when it walks, because then you are already telling that it knows to walk. So you have to assume that it doesn't know what is walking. So all you have to say is that it should not fall and it should just be in motion. So it's
and
like
then some really funny things will happen. And
like then you can run like thousands of simulations, and then slowly it will start to
understand. So fun to watch. It's like, and you feel like, what the fuck I created there. That's my passion about programming. And then I learned about data analytics. I mean, data analytics are more theoretical, and you did not see that much like in programming an agent or something. But if you learn more about data and some relationships of data and parameters and attributes, then you're like, whoa, that's a crazy combination of things. And then you print it like in a heat map, and you see something very different and some pattern, and you're like, oh man, I get to understand this information, this data. For example, we did some on Kaggle. There was a data set with acceleration data from a smartwatch, and we tried to analyze which kind of movement is in this data, like only from acceleration data. And then we tried to separate it in like how healthy the guy is, unhealthy, what age, something like this. And it was really fun, because then we tried like the normal machine learning, some data analytics, some AI as well. some KNN, some random forest, and we could try just throw the things on it and just see what happened. It was so much fun. Over one semester, I think it was like over 5,000 lines of code, and was amazing. It was really fun.
So did you learn data science as part of your mechanical engineering or after?
No. Data science was like the really basic ones. I focused my studies on digital engineering and mobility. And then I got the specialization of used AI and robotics. And
did you say digital engineering?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I just focused on it.
Got it.
But there's not that much input. It's like, I think the AI and machine learning modules are like maybe 5 or something, or 4. So it's not that much in your studies. So I tried at home a lot, like with computer vision. And for example, I just used my webcam and some YOLO network to program some app where I can count cards. So I just show them, and then my program would count the cards.
It was YOLO V8?
Yes, I think so. I'm not sure. Maybe the version before, but
I think V6 maybe.
Yeah, but a nano version, because
when was it?
What?
When was this?
Like,
I can then tell you which version.
I think this was. No, it was this year. It was over. No. It was 24 to 25 in this.
Okay, then it will be
over New Year.
Yeah, then it will be newer versions.
Yes.
Nice.
I tried it. And then in Denmark, while surfing, in my breaks, I just sit on the laptop and just program some shit.
Nice.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
So what would you say are like your current ways of, or what's your current relationship with knowledge? Let's say, like, how do you consume knowledge today? Like, what's your...
I love to consume knowledge by myself. So
yeah, like, but what sources?
What sources? All sources, I have to say, like videos, people, books, practice, just practice, just try and error. Maybe try and error is my most favorite one. So just do it and see what happened, and think about, okay, this is shit, I have to do something else. And for example, for my thesis, for my end of my studies, I did some chatbot. I programmed a chatbot, like a local chatbot for your specific data. And
like a RAG and stuff.
Yes, exactly. And it was so much fun, and it was really so much try and error. And then I tried some web scraping. First I did it by myself, then I realized, okay, that's not for performance, that's so bad. And then I used some open source one, and just try and error. And for example, in Surat, that's over knowledge. I'm not in programming right now. He showed me some cow sanctuary. And I was there, and I was like really maybe kind of emotional, because I was so sad to see the animals like this. And I was really sad for myself, that I got the feeling I don't know how to help them. And this feeling it's kind of my engine to learn new things. So if somebody will ask me something and I could not answer, like even a little bit, because I got really no clue at all, then I really got the power and the will to learn it. So that's my engine of how I want to, or when I, how I motivate myself.
Got it.
So after this visit, I really thought about studying like animal medicine, something like this, like become a vet. Yes.
So I'll try to put this in a slightly different way.
Yes, do it.
So, okay, I'll put 2 dimensions to it. One is what do you think is like your most preferred way or source of knowledge consumption, and let's say if I categorize them as physical versus digital, you would say it's majorly digital today? Physical would be like books and like, you know.
Yeah, and
So, okay,
what
let
is
me
try and error?
So I would say, okay, then I should add another category. Um, uh, okay, so the other dimension from a knowledge consumption point of view is synchronous versus asynchronous knowledge consumption on learning. So synchronous knowledge consumption is where there is a syllabus and you go through the syllabus in certain order with like, you know, some interval of doing this, then doing this, and it's a predefined path. Right, like there's a
studies.
So studies like predefined path. And even today, right, like for example, let's say today if you had to learn, let's say that animal husbandry and vet, right? So one method could be that, you know, you go and join a syllabus which takes you through something and gives you a certification at the end, right? That versus asynchronous consumption. Asynchronous, you understand? Asynchronous where you are doing more of, like you were saying, more of a learning based on active participation, right? As in you only consume what you need at that moment. And then you do more, then you realize you don't know this, then you learn that, then you don't. So that's what I call as asynchronous. So do you think you are more inclined towards asynchronous?
I think you need both to have the full
Why do you need the synchronous if you had to?
I think the synchronous you need to just see. I mean, so my preferred way would be like start with synchronous because you don't know what you don't know. So if there's like a defined way or path, they will show you, okay, you know, you need to know this, and this topic, and in this topic there are subtopics, and you need to know them as well, and then you can start. And after you know what you don't know, then I would prefer like the asynchronic way, because I think that's more sustainable if you like really into the process and just trying, and because then you see like, for example, in construction, in this corner it's hard to, or like for example as a mechanic, if you learn like welding, it's good if you learn like, okay, you have to see safety, and then I need to know something about current, some of the material, I need to know about that, and then I can start to practice the welding. But you only know how to weld if you really weld. You cannot learn it like in a theoretical way.
Do you know welding?
Yes. And if you like practicing, you know, like, okay, if I want to go around something, I need to stand like this and stand like this. Nobody can teach you this. You just have to get the feeling of it. So I think it's first synchronous and then asynchronous.
Do you also think that it also has something to do with maybe, you know, how depends on what you are learning, in the sense the things that you are learning which have low or which have high abundance versus low abundance, right? What I mean by that is, let's say if you are learning something which is only available like 5 of them, right? So you know, or like as high risk in some way, right? In the sense like, you know, being a doctor, right? Like there you think synchronous is very important first before you know, you do trial and error. So anything that has like high stakes.
Okay, of course you cannot. Of course there's some subjects you cannot try and error. It's not possible. Like for example, I got a skydiving license. It's not possible to just first jump off the plane, look what happened, and then we can teach you how to do it. Of course that's not possible.
So anything that has high stakes, because there's only one life. So
I mean, I would
abundance is low. In terms of like, you cannot have multiple lives like in game.
It's But in this case, I would just say you can do a mixture of it. So then it's more. Look, for synchronous, I really think about just theoretical learning, but it's not true. It can be both.
It can be both.
So I would just say for like really dangerous things, like welding as well, if you do it wrong, then it can be very painful and maybe cause a death. So I would say just learn more before you really practice. Something like this. So for example, for welding especially, you can do some VR welding as well. So then it's maybe...
What did you say?
VR.
What is VR?
The glasses, virtual reality.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. I did it in my university.
Yeah. I don't think in India it will be very easy to find
yes.
that VR.
It's a really easy
or maybe
and good way.
I don't know. Maybe it is available also, to be honest.
Yes. So I would say, just teach them how to do it, and then just let them doing and try and error and. And I mean, if it's dangerous and harming can harm other people especially, then there need to be more control, of course. But I'm always like a fan of it, teaching the basics and then just try. Then you learn the most. Like for me in tree climbing, I learned the basic from YouTube videos by myself, but I learned the basics and I know how to kind of, but in the tree I make mistakes and then I learned, okay, I should do it differently because that's dangerous. For example, you just look at the tree to try to get the weight balance and try to get, okay, I have to cut in this direction, and if you do it wrong, you get the feedback from the tree and will not fall in the right direction. And then you're like, oh man, that was not right.
Yeah. I think I would call it asynchronous mostly, because you are kind of doing that, right? In the sense like you are learning what you need.
Yes.
And then you are coming back to learning what you need again. Then you're coming back to learning what you need
Yes,
again.
of course. But like, as I said, it's sometimes, for example, in like emergency situations, I think it's better if you learn it before you need it.
Yeah.
So...
Understood. It's like ensuring certain parts of the knowledge are there, even if you don't need it.
Yes, you need to know the basics and in every kind of situations. Somebody will have to talk you or something. You need to read it, and then you can just try and error.
Understood.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. So, so this is like what, I think there's one aspect of this is what you think is the right versus or less ideal versus ideal way of learning.
For me personally.
For you personally. But if you had to reflect as on today, what constitutes your... So imagine that all the knowledge that you have, right, is like a box, for example, right? Like let's call it like knowledge corpus or like a knowledge box. And it has everything that, from your genetics, because your parents had some information and ancestors had, that is there in DNA, let's say, some information about how your body is expressing, how the hair is growing and all of that, color of your body and all of that. So that's like some knowledge that is there. And then all other knowledge that you have is based on every observation that you have had in this world, right? So if you had to take like a slice of last 1 week or 1 month of a slice in this, let's say, temporal journey, and if you had to reflect on it, in that corpus, what is adding to that knowledge corpus most? Like in last 1 month, what was the major source of knowledge? Because knowledge is always increasing, right? Because even now I see this, okay, there's some information that has gotten in. So what do you think has added to your knowledge corpus the most in last 1 month?
So in the last one month, it's special because I'm traveling and it's new for me, but still I can say observation. I'm always like a observation learner. So as a kid, for example, I was the kid who was standing at the field and just watching the tractor going back and forth, or just standing there and watching the constructions work of how to build a street, or just standing there and watching somebody cut down a tree, and it was always my thing. to just see and observe people.
Yeah.
So one would say that, but especially in the last months, I learned more about myself than things I see from the world outside. So, but it's still observation. So observation is the thing.
So, but you were still observing things outside you, right?
Yes.
Like
and inside me. So
inside you.
Yes.
But okay. But is there something like what is making you see inside more in last 1 month, let's say, as compared to, let's say, 2 years back, or like before?
Less distraction. So,
less distraction.
Yeah, that's the part of travel I really like. Especially traveling with bicycle. You're less distracted. I mean, it's hard at some days that you're less distracted and have to face yourself.
And when you say less distraction, it's a less distraction in terms of the mind space, because you're still interacting with a lot more things, newer things, but you're still saying less distraction versus, let's say, when you are at home, there you are seeing less new things.
Yes, it's true. That's true. I think maybe my mind has to just work more because it's more challenged. Like if you travel, you have to make decisions every day, every second, every hour, kind of.
But you're still feeling less distraction. So I'm curious to think.
Yeah, I think it's because my brain, my head is running on more power, I would say.
Or is it that because when you are at home, for example, let's say, right, and you pretty much have like your parents and your family and your known people around you, your known house around you, and versus when you are like on, let's say, bicycle, in India, and there's like literally a cow in the middle, and like everything else, a truck and everything.
It's a lot happening.
And I'm just trying to think, when you say you feel less distracted, is it that the weightage of from the close ones and the known entities, like your people and entities, your house, your parents, the weightage of what distracts you is higher?
I think it's the weightage of like the offset I got normally in my day. So if I'm at home, I have certain things to do. Probably I'm working, studying, doing something different, and all this offset is gone now because I'm traveling. I'm just living the day. I don't know what I do tomorrow. Normally I don't know where I sleep at the night, at the same day. I don't know. And I think it's just the offset of distraction, of stress is gone. And I think this offset is used for the cow on the street as well. But
so you're basically saying like there's like a baseline of what your mind
is busy with.
Space is there, which at home has, let's say, this much baseline, and then on top of that you have the rest of the mind space to either get distracted, not distracted. And now when you're outside, this has suddenly collapsed. So your entire space is to see what is distracting, what's not distracting.
Yes. And I really noticed myself, I always was like a little bit numb. I don't know if this is the right word. Numb on emotions. Is it the right word?
I mean, not the right word, but I get the sense. Like you are
not feeling my emotions the whole way. So if I'm happy, I'm not feeling like 100% happy, 100%. And while I'm traveling, I really noticed, okay, my emotions are getting more intense. I feel more.
Like your sensitivity is higher.
Sensitivity. Yes, that's good. Sensitivity is so much higher. So if I think about something nostalgic, I get like goosebumps and like or if I'm feeling joy, like for example, yesterday at the concert, I'm feeling more free to feel joy fully. I just was standing there and just enjoying it so much and just appreciate it. I think that's a big part in daily life, that you're not appreciating things as much as you should. So I think it's the offset in general that is gone, and The mind is more free to worry about the cow on the street or something.
Got it. And okay, maybe last few questions on the knowledge part. What do you consider as a noise? What part of the knowledge consumption do you consider as noise versus signals?
You mean noise with in kind of distraction?
I would say noise. So basically, I would say that any thing that you are taking in at any point in time, there are certain elements of it which your mind is saying is a signal versus noise, right? For example, when I'm speaking, actually, if you were completely observant and that is impossible, to be honest, where like you are able to hear something happening there.
So distractions,
there's a sound that's there, but your brain is telling that, hey, this voice is a signal, and the tap water, the running electricity sound, all of that is like not so much of a signal. They are more of a noise, so I have subdued them, and I'm focusing on this, right? So have you felt that what you considered as noise and what you considered as signal, has that in some way changed before travel, after travel, during travel, or not, right? I mean,
so I would say, like, in general, I really got the engineering blood in myself. So I always try to be as efficient as possible. So to extract like information. If somebody is trying to tell me something and he's really like walking around, swinging, and I'm like, hey man, what do you want to tell me?
Tell me,
So this is basic, but I would say in general, there's less things I would consider as noise. There's not less noise, but less I would consider as noise. So I'm more open for the little things, like body language, like hidden messages, like I think it's the same as the distraction part. I mean, it's the same topic somehow, but
slightly different also, because what I'm trying to, like, what I'm understanding from what you're saying is that there was a model in your mind which had defined some things as signal and something as noise. Now that model has opened up more to consider more things as more openness to what might be a signal versus earlier. Is that fairly right way to say?
You can say it like this.
Interesting. So it's about like how your mental model of what you are like hard cutting as noise and signal versus what now you have is like a model where you have the more sigma in a way, right? In the sense like you have more acceptance for it, the field of what you will still consider as signal has widened.
Yes.
Interesting.
Maybe you can say it like this. I mean, if you want to specify it, I would say if somebody wants to tell me like just information, then I'm still trying to be as efficient as possible. Just tell me what you think, what you feel. Just tell me straightforward. But my signal range, like my amplitude is like increased in ways of reading body language, reading the hidden message, as I said.
Sensitivity is
sensitivity, that's a good way.
Nice.
I mean, you have to, because you meet a lot of people. And always you have to give, you have to trust them, because I mean, if hitchhiking, they can do whatever they want with you because you're in that car. And you always have to read the person and to see, okay, can I trust you? Do you trust me? What is the situation about? Or even if you want to hitchhike and see people and like, okay, is it worth it to ask him, or is it just, okay, I don't have to ask him because he will say no? So you're better in reading people, and I think that's also helping to help your sensitivity in case of friends. Because for example, a friend of mine, she told me that she can realize that I'm communicating more open.
Nice.
So I reduce in my communication the noise as well. So I'm trying to be more focused on the signal itself and don't just bring some random noises out because I don't want to tell the signal itself. Like filling words and just speaking around the problem, something like this. She was telling me that. And I'm appreciating more. So I will tell, okay, I really thank you that you're there. Thank you that you're my friend. Thank you that you're supporting me. I don't know.
Got it. So actually I will come back to this topic because there's a whole section which is on expressions.
Yes.
So I'll come back to it. But I think it's a good conclusion to the knowledge part. We'll take a break also to just check whether anything is getting recorded or not.